time you look in the mirror and see someone you don't recognize anymore, that's pain. Every night you go to bed knowing you could have done more, been more, tried more, that's pain. You're already drowning in it. You've just gotten so used to the water you forgot you were supposed to be breathing air. Let me tell you something that's going to rip apart every comfortable lie you've been telling yourself. There is no life without pain. None. Zero. The question was never whether you'd experience pain. The question was always which pain you'd choose. And right now, whether you realize it or not, you're choosing. Every single day, every single moment. You're voting for the person you're becoming. And most of those votes, they're keeping you exactly where you are. Here's what nobody wants to admit. The successful people you admire, the ones who seem to have it all figured out, the ones living the life you dream about at night, they're not special. They're not superhuman. They don't love waking up at 5 in the morning. They don't get excited about cold showers and brutal workouts and saying no to everything that feels good in the moment. They hate it just as much as you do. The difference? They do it anyway. Not because they're stronger, not because they're more disciplined, but because they understand something you haven't learned yet. They understand that they're going to hurt either way, so they might as well hurt in a direction that leads somewhere. Think about it like this. There's a bridge between where you are right now and where you want to be. That bridge is made of pain. There's no other material, no other route, no secret shortcut that influencers forgot to mention. Just pain. Raw, uncomfortable, unavoidable pain. And you're going to cross that bridge whether you like it or not. The only question is this. Are you going to choose your pain, or is pain going to choose you? Because here's the truth that's going to haunt you if you let it. You're already in pain. Right now. This very second. You're just pretending it's not pain because it's familiar. The gap between who you are and who you want to be, that's pain. The knowledge that you're capable of more but you're not doing anything about it, that's pain. The slow erosion of your self-respect every time you hit snooze, every time you scroll instead of work, every time you say tomorrow instead of today, that's pain. Deep, soul-crushing, identity-destroying pain. And it's happening to you right now. But because it's constant, because it's gradual, because it's wrapped in the comfortable blanket of routine, you don't recognize it for what it is. Let me show you something that will change how you see everything. There are two types of pain in this world. The pain of discipline and the pain of regret. The pain of action and the pain of stagnation. The pain of growth and the pain of staying exactly where you are. And here's the part that will blow your mind. One of these pains is finite. The other is infinite. The pain of waking up early? That lasts about 30 minutes until your body adjusts. The pain of working out? Maybe an hour, and then you feel amazing. The pain of having a difficult conversation? It's sharp and intense and then it's over. The pain of doing the work you've been avoiding? It exists only while you're doing it, and then it's replaced by satisfaction. But the pain of regret? That lasts forever. It grows every single day. It compounds like interest you can never pay off. It whispers to you at night when you're trying to sleep. It shows up in the mirror when you're trying to ignore it. It sits in your chest when you see other people living the life you could have had. What's more painful? Doing 50 push-ups or looking in the mirror and hating what you see? What's more painful? Waking up at 6 in the morning or waking up at 30 years old and realizing you wasted your 20s? What's more painful? Having a difficult conversation today or living with resentment for the next 10 years? You think you're avoiding pain by choosing the easy path. You're not. You're just choosing the worst pain. You're choosing the pain that comes with interest. Most people think discipline is this massive, overwhelming force that requires superhuman willpower. It's not. Discipline is just choosing the small pain now instead of the massive pain later. It's trading 30 minutes of discomfort for a lifetime of confidence. It's trading one hard conversation for years of healthy relationships. It's trading 1 hour of focused work for the pride of knowing you didn't waste another day. That's it. That's the whole game. Small pain now or massive pain later. And the crazy thing? The small pain isn't even that painful. It just feels big because you're not used to it. Your brain is playing the cruelest trick on you. It makes the fake pain feel enormous and the real pain feel invisible. It makes 20 minutes of exercise feel impossible while 3 hours of scrolling feels effortless. It makes reading for 30 minutes feel like torture while watching Netflix for 4 hours feels natural. It makes cooking a healthy meal feel like a burden while eating junk food and then hating yourself feels like just another Tuesday. Your brain is designed to keep you comfortable, which means it's designed to keep you weak. It will convince you that the small discomfort of discipline is unbearable while hiding the massive pain of regret that's building up in the background like a debt you forgot you owe. But here's what your brain doesn't tell you. Being comfortable is not the same as being happy. Being comfortable is not the same as being fulfilled. Being comfortable is just being numb. It's being asleep. It's being half alive and pretending that's good enough. And deep down, in the part of you that's still awake, you know it's not. Let me tell you about the pain portfolio. Every single day, you're investing in pain. You can't opt out of this. You can't choose not to invest. The only choice you have is where you invest. You can invest in discipline pains, small, manageable, finite pains that build equity in your future. Or you can invest in regret pains, pains that compound daily and bankrupt your potential. Your discipline pains might look like this: making your bed even though you're tired, preparing a healthy meal even though takeout is easier, working out even though your couch is calling your name, reading even though your phone is more stimulating, doing the work even though you don't feel like it, having the conversation even though you're scared. These pains are small, they're doable, they're about trading short-term comfort for long-term gain. Your regret pains look like this: lying in bed for an extra hour and feeling like a failure, living in chaos that affects your mental state, eating food that makes you sluggish and guilty, scrolling mindlessly while your dreams collect dust, staying ignorant while the world moves forward, avoiding conflict until your relationships poison themselves, watching your potential die while you stay busy with meaningless noise. These pains seem easier in the moment, but they're destroying your life. They're the compound interest of failure. And every day you don't address them, they get more expensive. Here's the secret: you're going to experience pain either way. The question is whether you want to choose your pain or let your pain choose you. Whether you want pain that builds you up or pain that tears you down. Whether you want finite pain that leads to growth or infinite pain that leads to nowhere. And here's the most important part: the place where you are right now and the place you want to be, those are two different countries. And there's only one bridge between them. That bridge is pain. Not the pain of suffering for no reason, not the pain of being miserable, the pain of discipline, the pain of doing what needs to be done when everything in you is screaming to do something else, the pain of choosing growth over comfort, the pain of becoming who you need to become instead of staying who you are. You can't fly over that bridge. You can't swim around it. You can't hire someone to cross it for you. You can't wait for motivation to build you a better bridge. There is only one way to get from where you are to where you want to be, and that way goes through pain. And here's what most people do. They stand at the beginning of the bridge, looking across to where they want to be, and they say, "I'll cross tomorrow." Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Next month becomes next year. And next year becomes maybe someday, and maybe someday never comes. Meanwhile, they're paying interest on their current pain. The pain of being out of shape compounds. The pain of being broke compounds. The pain of having no skills compounds. The pain of having no discipline compounds. Every day you don't cross the bridge, the toll gets higher. But here's the beautiful thing about discipline pain. It's finite. It has an expiration date. The pain of waking up early lasts for maybe 30 days before it becomes normal. The pain of working out lasts for maybe 60 days before you start to enjoy it. The pain of reading instead of scrolling lasts for maybe a week before you prefer it. But the pain of regret? That lasts forever. And it gets worse every single day. It's the gift that keeps on taking. Stop lying to yourself for a second. Look at your life right now. Really look at it. Is it where you want it to be? If you're honest, probably not. And that gap between where you are and where you want to be, that's pain. You're living in pain right now. You're just pretending it's not pain because it's familiar. The pain of being out of shape. The pain of being broke. The pain of having no skills. The pain of wasting your potential. The pain of knowing you're capable of more but not doing anything about it. The pain of watching other people live the life you want. The pain of making the same mistakes over and over. The pain of being stuck in patterns you hate but can't seem to break. That's pain. Real, deep, soul-crushing pain. And it's happening to you right now. But because it's constant, because it's familiar, because it's gradual, you don't recognize it as pain. You think it's just life. You think it's normal. You think everyone feels this way. They don't. The people who have what you want, they felt this pain too. But they recognized it for what it was. And they decided to trade it for a different kind of pain. They decided to trade the pain of regret for the pain of discipline. They decided to trade the pain of stagnation for the pain of growth. They decided to trade the pain of being weak for the pain of becoming strong. And here's something nobody talks about. You can't rely on willpower alone. Willpower is limited. Willpower gets tired. Willpower fails when you need it most. Smart people don't rely on willpower. They design their environment to make the right choices inevitable and the wrong choices impossible. You want to wake up early? Don't put your alarm next to your bed. Put it across the room so you have to physically get up to turn it off. By the time you're standing, you're already awake. The battle is half won. You want to work out? Sleep in your workout clothes. Put your gym bag by the door. Make it harder to skip the workout than to do it. You want to eat healthy? Don't keep junk food in your house. Meal prep on Sunday so healthy food is ready when you're hungry. You want to read more? Put your phone in another room and put a book on your nightstand. You want to stop scrolling? Delete the apps. Yes, delete them. I know you don't want to. I know you'll make excuses. I know you'll say you need them for work or to stay connected. Delete them anyway. You want to be productive? Block the websites that waste your time. Use apps that lock you out of distractions during work hours. The goal is to make discipline easier than laziness. Make the right choice the obvious choice. Make the wrong choice require extra effort. Because here's the truth. When you're tired, when you're stressed, when you're emotional, you're not going to make good decisions. You're going to take the path of least resistance. So make sure the path of least resistance leads to where you want to go. Most people set up their environment to fail and then wonder why they keep failing. They put cookies on the counter and wonder why they can't stick to their diet. They keep their phone next to their bed and wonder why they can't wake up early. They surround themselves with lazy people and wonder why they can't stay motivated. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. Design it right and you won't need to rely on motivation. The right choices will become automatic. Here's something else nobody wants to hear. Being present is painful. Your mind doesn't want to be here in this moment, dealing with what's actually in front of you. Your mind wants to escape. It wants to think about the future where everything will magically be better. It wants to relive the past where things made sense or at least felt familiar. It wants to fantasize about scenarios that will never happen. It wants to scroll through other people's lives instead of building your own. Being present means dealing with reality. And reality is often uncomfortable. Reality might be that you're out of shape and the workout is hard. Reality might be that you have work to do and you don't feel like doing it. Reality might be that you need to have a difficult conversation and you're scared. Reality might be that you're lonely or anxious or confused or overwhelmed. Your mind offers you 1,000 escapes from reality. Social media, Netflix, drugs, alcohol, shopping, eating, gaming, endless thinking about problems instead of solving them, endless planning instead of acting, endless learning instead of doing. All of these escapes feel better than being present, but they're not actually better. They're just delaying the pain. They're adding interest to the bill you'll have to pay eventually. Being present means accepting what is and dealing with it directly. It means feeling your emotions instead of numbing them. It means facing your problems instead of avoiding them. It means doing the work instead of thinking about doing the work. This is painful, but it's the only way forward. Every moment you spend escaping from reality is a moment you're not building the life you want. Every minute you spend avoiding discomfort is a minute you're not growing. Every day you spend running from pain is a day you're choosing a different, worse pain. And let's talk about the action problem. Most people think their problem is not knowing what to do. That's a lie you tell yourself to feel better about not doing anything. Your problem is not a lack of information. Your problem is a lack of action. You know you should wake up early. You know you should work out. You know you should eat better. You know you should read more. You know you should spend less time on your phone. You know you should work on your goals instead of scrolling through social media. You know all of this. Information is not your problem. Action is your problem. And taking action is painful because it requires you to give up the comfortable illusion that you'll do it later. It requires you to face the fact that you've been making excuses. It requires you to admit that the reason you haven't changed is because you haven't wanted to change badly enough. Taking action is painful because it means accepting responsibility. It means admitting that your life is the way it is because of the choices you've made. It means giving up the victim mentality that says your circumstances are someone else's fault. Taking action is painful because it means risking failure. It means trying something you might not be good at. It means putting yourself out there and potentially being rejected or criticized or laughed at. But not taking action? That's more painful, because not taking action means staying exactly where you are. It means watching other people get the life you want. It means going to bed every night knowing you could have done more. It means looking back on your life and wondering what if. The pain of action is sharp but brief. The pain of inaction is dull but permanent. It's the difference between a paper cut and internal bleeding. One hurts more in the moment. The other kills you slowly. Let me show you something that will terrify you and motivate you at the same time. Pain compounds. Every day you don't work out, you get weaker. Not just physically, mentally. Every day you eat junk food, your health deteriorates. Every day you waste time, you fall further behind everyone who's actually working. Every day you avoid difficult conversations, your relationships rot from the inside. Every day you procrastinate on your goals, they get harder to achieve because the gap between where you are and where you need to be gets wider. This is the compound interest of pain. It starts small, but it grows every single day. Like debt, like disease, like entropy. But here's the beautiful thing. Discipline compounds too. Every day you work out, you get stronger. Not just physically, mentally. You prove to yourself that you can do hard things. Every day you eat well, your health improves. Your energy increases. Your mind gets clearer. Every day you do productive work, you get closer to your goals. The gap narrows. The path becomes clearer. Every day you have difficult conversations, your relationships improve. Trust builds. Resentment dissolves. Every day you practice discipline, it gets easier. The neural pathways strengthen. The habit solidifies. The person you're becoming takes shape. The question is, which compound interest do you want working for you? Most people choose the compound interest of pain because it's easier in the short term. They hit snooze because it feels better than getting up. They eat junk food because it tastes better than healthy food in the moment. They scroll on their phone because it's more stimulating than reading. But compound interest doesn't care about the short term. Compound interest is playing the long game. And in the long game, the people who choose the compound interest of discipline always win. Think about it like this. Every choice you make is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're voting to become disciplined. Every time you choose growth over stagnation, you're voting to become successful. Every time you choose action over procrastination, you're voting to become someone who gets things done. But every time you choose comfort over discipline, you're voting to stay weak. Every time you choose stagnation over growth, you're voting to stay unsuccessful. Every time you choose procrastination over action, you're voting to stay someone who never follows through. Your life right now is the result of all the votes you've cast up to this point. Look around. This is what you voted for. If you don't like the results, you need to start voting differently. Not tomorrow, not next week, today, right now, this moment. And here's something that's going to sting. When you decide to change, the people around you are going to try to stop you. Not because they're bad people, not because they don't care about you, but because your change makes them uncomfortable. Your discipline highlights their lack of discipline. Your growth highlights their stagnation. Your action highlights their excuses. When you start waking up early, they'll tell you you're being too extreme. When you start working out, they'll say you're obsessed. When you stop drinking, they'll say you're no fun anymore. When you start reading instead of watching TV, they'll say you're being antisocial. When you start working on your goals instead of going out every weekend, they'll say you've changed, and they won't mean it as a compliment. This is painful. It's painful to realize that the people closest to you might not support your growth. It's painful to outgrow relationships that no longer serve you. It's painful to be misunderstood by people whose opinion you value. But this pain is necessary. This pain is the price of becoming who you're meant to become. You have two choices. You can stay small to make other people comfortable, or you can grow and risk making them uncomfortable. You can dim your light so others don't feel bad about their darkness, or you can shine brightly and inspire them to find their own light, even if they hate you for it at first. The people who truly care about you will support your growth even if they don't understand it. The people who try to hold you back are revealing something about themselves, not about you. This doesn't mean you should be arrogant or condescending. This doesn't mean you should judge people who make different choices. But it does mean you shouldn't let their discomfort with your growth stop you from growing. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for someone is to show them what's possible. Sometimes the best way to help others is to become the best version of yourself first. Let me give you 3 mental models that will completely change how you think about pain. First, pain is information. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is a messenger. Physical pain tells you something is wrong with your body. Emotional pain tells you something is wrong with your life. Mental pain tells you something is wrong with your thinking. When you feel the pain of being out of shape, that's your body screaming at you to move. When you feel the pain of being broke, that's your life telling you to develop valuable skills. When you feel the pain of being lonely, that's your heart begging you to invest in real relationships. Instead of running from pain, listen to it. What is it trying to tell you? What is it asking you to change? What is it pushing you toward? Most people treat pain like an enemy to be defeated. Smart people treat pain like a teacher to be learned from. Second, pain is currency. Think of pain like money. You can spend it now or you can spend it later. But you're going to spend it either way. There's no escaping the bill. You can spend the pain of discipline now or you can spend the pain of regret later. You can spend the pain of hard work now or you can spend the pain of poverty later. You can spend the pain of difficult conversations now or you can spend the pain of broken relationships later. The difference is that pain spent on discipline is an investment. It pays dividends. It builds equity in your future. Pain spent on regret is just waste. It costs you everything and gives you nothing in return. Smart people understand that pain is currency and they spend it wisely. They invest their pain in things that will make their future better, not things that will make their future worse. Third, pain is temporary but quitting is permanent. Every pain you experience in discipline is temporary. The pain of waking up early goes away once you're up and moving. The pain of working out goes away once you're done, replaced by endorphins and pride. The pain of eating healthy goes away once your taste buds adjust. But quitting is permanent. The pain of being out of shape is permanent until you do something about it. The pain of being broke is permanent until you develop valuable skills. The pain of having no discipline is permanent until you start practicing discipline. Temporary pain for permanent gain or temporary comfort for permanent pain. Which sounds like a better deal? Here's what happens when you push through discomfort. Your muscles break down and then they rebuild themselves stronger than before. The pain is literally the process of becoming stronger. Your mind works the same way. When you push through mental discomfort, when you do things you don't want to do, when you resist temptation, you're building mental muscle. You're developing willpower. You're creating neural pathways that make discipline easier in the future. But this process requires recovery too. Just like your muscles need rest to grow, your mind needs rest to develop discipline properly. This is why it's important to start small. This is why it's important to build habits gradually. This is why it's important to celebrate small wins along the way. If you try to go from zero discipline to perfect discipline overnight, you'll burn out. Your willpower will break instead of build. You'll quit and convince yourself that you're just not a disciplined person. But if you build discipline gradually, if you start with small challenges and work your way up, if you give yourself time to adapt between efforts, you'll develop genuine strength. You'll become the type of person who can handle bigger and bigger challenges. Think of discipline like a muscle. You wouldn't try to bench press 300 pounds on your first day at the gym. You'd start with a weight you can handle and gradually increase it over time. Discipline works the same way. Start with challenges you can handle and build from there. Let me give you a practical framework you can use starting right now. I call it your daily pain menu. Every morning, you're going to choose 3 types of pain. Physical pain, something that challenges your body. A cold shower, a workout, walking instead of driving, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, standing instead of sitting, stretching when you're stiff. Mental pain, something that challenges your mind. Reading instead of scrolling, learning a new skill, doing difficult work first thing, having a difficult conversation, making a decision you've been avoiding, facing a problem you've been ignoring. Emotional pain, something that challenges your comfort zone, saying no to something you don't want to do, saying yes to something that scares you, expressing your real opinion instead of what people want to hear, setting a boundary, admitting you were wrong, apologizing when necessary. Every day, pick one from each category. Don't pick the hardest things. Don't try to be perfect. Just pick something slightly uncomfortable and do it. The goal is not to suffer. The goal is to build your tolerance for discomfort. The goal is to prove to yourself that you can do hard things. The goal is to develop the confidence that comes from keeping promises to yourself. Start small. Build momentum. Trust the process. And here's something most people get wrong about comfort zones. Your comfort zone is not comfortable. It just feels comfortable because it's familiar. Think about it. Is being out of shape comfortable? Is being broke comfortable? Is having no skills comfortable? Is wasting your potential comfortable? Is living below your capability comfortable? No, none of these things are actually comfortable. They're painful. You've just gotten used to the pain, so you don't notice it anymore. Your comfort zone is not a cozy place where everything is easy and pleasant. Your comfort zone is a prison where you've learned to be comfortable with pain that doesn't lead anywhere. Breaking out of your comfort zone is not about trading comfort for discomfort. It's about trading pointless discomfort for productive discomfort. It's about trading the pain of stagnation for the pain of growth. It's about trading the pain of regret for the pain of effort. The pain exists either way. The question is whether you want pain that builds you up or pain that tears you down. Pain that leads somewhere or pain that leads nowhere. Pain with a purpose or pain without meaning. Here's why most people never change. They're trying to eliminate pain instead of choosing better pain. They think the goal is to find a life without discomfort. They think success means never having to do anything you don't want to do. They think happiness means never feeling stressed or challenged or pushed beyond your limits. But that's not success. That's death. That's the absence of growth and challenge and meaning. The most successful people in the world are not the ones who have eliminated pain from their lives. They're the ones who have chosen their pain wisely. They've chosen the pain that builds instead of the pain that destroys. The pain that leads to growth instead of the pain that leads to stagnation. This is why most self-help doesn't work. It promises you a life without pain. It tells you that if you just think positive thoughts or use the right strategy or follow the right steps, everything will be easy and effortless. That's a lie. Life is not supposed to be easy and effortless. Life is supposed to be challenging and meaningful. The challenge is what makes it meaningful. The difficulty is what makes it worthwhile. The struggle is what makes the victory sweet. Here's the final truth. Pain is not going away. You're going to experience pain whether you're successful or unsuccessful. You're going to face challenges whether you're disciplined or undisciplined. You're going to have difficult days whether you're growing or stagnating. The only choice you have is what kind of pain you want to experience. Do you want the pain that comes from pushing yourself to become better, or the pain that comes from staying exactly where you are? Do you want the pain that comes from facing your problems, or the pain that comes from avoiding them? Do you want the pain that comes from discipline, or the pain that comes from regret? The amount of pain might be roughly the same, but the meaning is completely different. One type of pain builds your character, the other destroys it. One type of pain creates your future, the other ruins it. One type of pain makes you stronger, the other makes you weaker. One type of pain you can be proud of, the other you have to hide from yourself. Right now you have two choices. Choice 1. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep choosing comfort over growth. Keep avoiding the small pains of discipline and accepting the large pains of regret. Keep pretending that tomorrow you'll suddenly feel motivated to change. Keep living below your potential and wondering why you're not happy. This is a choice. It's not the default. It's not what happens when you don't choose. It's an active choice to stay weak, to stay stuck, to stay small. Choice 2. Start choosing your pain. Start doing one hard thing every day. Start building the discipline muscle that will change your entire life. Start proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you think. Start bridging the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This is also a choice. It's the choice to grow, to struggle, to face discomfort in service of something bigger than your immediate comfort. Both choices involve pain. Both choices are difficult. But only one choice leads to the life you actually want. Only one choice leads to the person you're capable of becoming. Only one choice leads to a future you can be proud of. I'm going to end with a challenge, not a suggestion, not an idea to consider, a direct, specific challenge that will prove whether you're serious about change or just entertaining yourself with content. Before you go to bed tonight, do 3 things. First, write down one thing you've been avoiding because it's uncomfortable. Not something huge, something specific and manageable. Maybe it's that phone call you've been dreading. Maybe it's cleaning your room. Maybe it's going for a run. Maybe it's having that conversation. Write it down. Make it real. Second, set your alarm for 30 minutes earlier than usual tomorrow. Not 2 hours earlier, just 30 minutes. And put that alarm across the room so you have to physically get up to turn it off. Third, do that thing you wrote down during those extra 30 minutes tomorrow morning. Don't think about it. Don't negotiate with yourself. Don't make excuses. Don't wait until you feel ready. Just do it. That's it. 3 simple things. But I guarantee that 90% of the people who heard this won't do them. They'll think about doing them. They'll plan to do them. They'll tell themselves they'll do them eventually, but they won't actually do them. Which type of person are you? Are you the type of person who consumes content but never acts on it? Or are you the type of person who takes challenges seriously and follows through? Are you the type of person who makes excuses for why today isn't the right day? Or are you the type of person who understands that there is no perfect day, only today? The answer isn't in your head. The answer is in your actions. Show me what you do in the next 24 hours and I'll tell you exactly what kind of person you are. Not who you say you are, not who you want to be, who you actually are right now, based on what you actually do. Remember, pain is not your enemy. Pain is the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. You're going to cross that bridge whether you like it or not. The only question is whether you'll choose your pain or let your pain choose you. Stop running from it. Start running toward it. Stop avoiding it. Start embracing it. Stop fearing it. Start using it as fuel. Because on the other side of your pain is everything you've ever wanted. But you'll never know unless you're willing to find out. The choice is yours. The time is now. The bridge is waiting. What are you going to do about it?